Good morning, YouTubers. I'm going to do a review on my Remington 700 S.P.S tactical. I've got mounted on there, or mounted in the gun, is a Pro Mag Archangel. It's got the detachable magazines. I went with originally a PTG that accepts AICS mags. I got that from Midway. It was $176, and I promptly sent it back because the problem with the AICS mags is that every second or third round in that 10-round magazine would dip right into the face of the magazine itself, rendering it completely useless. And at $70, I expected the magazine to function flawlessly. I found that not to be true. A lot of good reviews on that system, but in my opinion, it totally sucked. On the other hand, here you also have these proprietary mags from Pro Mag, and they're an M1A type style that they've recrimped or whatever the case may be, to make them acceptable to their stock system. And at $20 a piece, as opposed to like Wyatt's or AICS or any of those other proprietary mags out there, these things are dirt cheap. $20 as opposed to $70. And I got the 2 extra mags, and all of them feed just perfectly without any issues at all. On top of this gun, I've got a Redfield Battle Zone, which is kind of a cheaper scope, but it tracks really well, and it's completely backed up by Loophole, who owns Redfield. It's been a good scope. The only thing about it that I don't really care for is those turret knobs, which I thought was really kind of cool, when I got it. But the problem is that they're so easy to bump. And of course, if you bump the turret knob, you're not going to be on target when you go to make your shot. I've never been, interested in one of these style of stocks before, because they just kind of look funky. They're so non-traditional, with the adjustable cheek and adjustable comb. But after getting it, I found out that as soon as I pull this gun up to my shoulder with both eyes open, I'm dead on target, and I really like that. The bipod up front is a perfect size for someone who's my height, which is about 5'8". As soon as I pull the gun into me, I've got both eyes open, I'm dead on target and ready to shoot. I've heard some people complaining online about the reliability of these mags, and so hopefully this will all get captured right here. I'm going to go ahead and go through those 3 rounds. The gun is already set on safety, so I know I'm good to go. Just keep my finger off the trigger and I won't shoot my neighbor. So let's see what happens. Safety. I didn't pull that one back far enough. The most I can get in these mags, they're supposed to be 10-round mags, is 9. So obviously there's not much of an issue with the reliability of these magazines. So the worst thing about this system is the weight. With a fully loaded magazine, it's 13 pounds. So that would make it, for most people, useless for hunting. It's just a bench gun only, but I have decided to go with a safari sling on this gun, which is, I'm not sure if you're not familiar with them. They're really quite a nice system. They, let's see, kind of goes like that. This has the quick detachable slings or swivels. It works really well. And then I'm not going to bother with that, but that pops up in the front, and the gun carries really nicely with that 2.5 inch sling on there. I typically walk 1 to 2 miles when I'm hunting at the most, sometimes less. It just depends if I can pull up on a log landing and have a 300 to 600 yards of shooting distance, then I don't have to pack the gun very far. I can just sit there and scope it out. But I realize that 13 pounds is really heavy for a hunting gun, but the gun is very fast. When you pull it up to your shoulder, both eyes open, you're ready to go. There's virtually no recoil. And I kind of figure if I can't carry 13 pounds across my shoulder, maybe I ought to just stay home and get my muscles built up so I can actually carry 13 pounds of weight around my shoulders. I'm very pleased with it. I want to do this one other thing here real quick, just to give you an idea. This is a piece of copy paper. It's doubled over. It fully free floats. When I first mounted the gun, I set it in there and it was kind of tipped forward, and then I pushed back here and the gun barrel just lifted up, laid right in the channel. I used the blue Loctite according to the manufacturer's recommendations. The gun fully free floats. I fully expect this to greatly improve the accuracy of this gun. Although it was under 3/4 of an inch at 100 yards, I expect it to be better than that now. And I have to say again, that whole funky looking non-traditional stock system, I'm pretty impressed. It's pretty sweet to pull that up to your shoulder, both eyes open, ready to fire. I'm going to try to lay the gun down right now because there's one other feature that I want to show you on this that I think is pretty nice, and it's the storage compartment that's right there in the buttstock. I've had a couple of guns with storage compartments on the bottom, and this is by far the most secure. Let's see if I can. Got my just a rag and a wrench in there, but that is a really secure system. I don't feel like I'm going to lose anything out of there, which unlike some of the ones that I've run across, they're really weak. This is a good solid latch on here. Overall, I would say this just totally complements the Remington 700 S.P.S. It's a drop-in fit. It's very stable. in a prone position with that bipod up front. I'm really looking forward to doing some good long-range accurate shooting. The magazines, 20 bucks a piece. There is absolutely no complaint about the reliability of those. The couple of little problems that I had when I was running through those mags, I just wasn't pulling back far enough on the bolt to kick the shell out. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Pretty soon I'm gonna, well, Thanksgiving week is coming up here, and I'm going to go out and do some target shooting with it. Anything, you know, this stock is just a major improvement over the Hogue Overmold, because the one that I had on there wasn't completely free floating. And so if I'm doing under 3/4 of an inch at 100 yards without the stock free floating, it's only going to improve from there. But all in all, heavy, yes. Accurate, we'll find out. I'm going to say at this point 100% yes, it's going to be more accurate. And is it something you'd want to pack all day in the woods? Probably not, but at the same time, it just depends on how far you have to walk. You know, packing this down an old gravel road behind a gate with a really good sling on it, like this safari sling, which is really fast, carrying it across your shoulder like a piece of luggage. You pull the gun up, you push it forward just a little bit, the back strap drops down. It's kind of like a one fell swoop type of action, and pull the gun up to your shoulder and you're right on target and ready to squeeze. I did get the X Mark trigger replaced. I decided to go back with the X Mark because I really like the way it feels. It's very crisp, it's very clean, and it was free, as opposed to the Timney triggers and stuff like that. They have issues just like anybody else, you know. But so the gun's been through its recall situation, and I'll post another video, but this is number 1 for now. Signing out. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it was informative. If you're thinking about getting one of these stock systems, they are, let's see, I spent $329 for the stock, 2 extra mags shipped to my door, and it was a drop-in fit. I didn't have to take it to a gunsmith, and I didn't have to spend about $800. So fortunately, Midway refunded my money on the AICS system quickly. But as far as I'm concerned, that system was total junk. The spring in it seemed to be quality built, but if it keeps tipping the bullets down so it won't clear the ramp of the magazine to go into the chamber, it's pretty much a piece of crap. And at $70, yeah, it's even more of it's a piece of crap for an idiot. Anybody who's wanting to spend $70 on a magazine and it's built to that standard, that's a joke. AICS sucks as far as I'm concerned. I thought about taking my Dremel and opening up the ramp or smoothing out the ramp, but I wasn't willing to risk spending $70 or ruining a $70 magazine and then being unable to return it. And I took a gamble on this with these magazines from ProMag, and of course we all know ProMag does not have the greatest reputation, but as far as I'm concerned, they nailed it. This is a very, very reliable, sweet piece of machinery, and it's well under half of anything else out there available. The clicks for the adjustment of the comb and the cheek riser are very solid feeling. I don't think you're going to go wrong with this, but just keep in mind, if you plan to hunt with this gun, get yourself a really good sling, and preferably one that you can carry over your shoulder, as opposed to one that carries the gun straight up. And if you have a scope like the one I've got on here, just keep in mind that when you're ready to shoot, you're going to want to check those turret knobs to make sure they haven't gotten bumped by rubbing up against you, because that's something that seems to be pretty easy to do. The Redfield Battle Zone scope, again, tracks very well, very nice, very crisp image inside of it. I don't think you can go wrong with that. So anyway, signing out for now. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good day.